not created equal, but some are more equal than the others. Life is more than meets with the eyes, but it's not too late to become what you might have been. See today's people on Nobody.
Our life begins to end the day we fail to plan. Don't you know big journey begins with small steps? Only you can turn your message to message, the story to glory, your test to testimony, yeah. If you think you are too small to make a difference in life, spend the night with a mosquito.
The world is a battlefield. Life is about warfare. The physical is a screen that displays the reports of the things that have already happened in the spirit. In other words, the spiritual controls the physical. And that's why everybody prays to whom he or she prays to. Though, unfortunately, some are still carnal, and that's their business. Okon is stopped by a call from a man. Wait! Thank your God that you will only sustain injury but will not die. Yes, I'm talking about today. The man says and leaves. Okon refuses to let fear creep into him. He is talking to himself as far as Pastor Agu is concerned. Pastor Agu invited Pastor Abel. Pastor Abel, you need to pray very well because what I'm seeing around you is terrifying. You're about to lose 3 persons in your church. That's all. Pastor Abel, after a little silence, he says, I've heard you. I will put it in prayer. Thanks so much. Oh, never mind. That's the work we are called for. Pastor Agu replies, Honey, it's just 5 minutes ago we spoke. And how come you are here already? Pastor Agu's wife asks. Yes, you are right. I got a lift from Mr. Francis of KCM Church. You know his normal way. Rough rider. Pastor Agu laughs. But the wife looks shocked. You mean you saw Mr. Francis of KCM? Pastor Agu affirms. Yes. Why are you shocked about that? Immediately, Pastor Agu's phone rings. A man over the phone asks him to come over and see him immediately. Who called? His wife asks. Oh, it's Pastor Abel. Pastor Agu replies. Anyway, before you go, the man you said that gave you a lift is dead since yesterday night. That should be what the call is all about, the wife concluded. Pastor Agu went immediately and comes back with confirmation of the fact that Francis is dead. And a ghost gave me a lift. Pastor Agu, talking to himself, later burst out in tongues. Sharabaya Mankasa. It's over 1 hour these 2 persons are standing there. A friend said to his friend, Oh, boo, Pastor Agu, maybe the fish is hard to catch. The other replies. Both laughs. The lady is talking with deep depression. I'm sorry to say this, but this is what God just told me. He will not survive it. Pastor Agu says. The lady goes down emotionally. I'm sorry, Pastor Agu replies. But I will visit him in the hospital, he added. 2 months later, the same lady comes to see Pastor Agu. Good morning, sir. She greets and Pastor Agu reciprocates in anticipation. The lady continues, handing to Pastor a Thanksgiving invitation card. We invited to our church for Bro Jude's Thanksgiving. He survived. He is sound. And if you see him now, you won't even believe your eyes. Pastor, gripped by shame, pauses a little while. Wow, thank God. Good news indeed. I will be there, my dear, he replies. A week before the Thanksgiving day, Pastor Abel meets Pastor Agu. Thank God, Bro Jude is healed, Pastor Agu said. Pastor Abel replies with full of himself, oh yes, he is perfectly sound now. Of course, you have seen him. His Thanksgiving service is about a week from today. You are invited. Yeah, I'm aware already. I'll come, Pastor Agu replies. You see, in this our call, we need to be very careful on this God says, Holy Spirit says, just to avoid things like this, Pastor Abel said. But I heard God clearly when he told me that. Or could it be that God? Anyways, Pastor Agu tries to defend himself. Pastor Abel now said, There you go again. You won't listen. That's why everybody avoids you. Not just because you prophesy every minute, but you are a prophet of doom. This hits Pastor Agu like a bomb. This story of Jude's healing goes viral. But Pastor Agu still summons courage and attends the Thanksgiving service. Nobody recognizes his presence as a pastor, but as a prophet of doom. A day after the Thanksgiving service, the healed, sound-bouncing Jude died. The late Jude and Francis were the financial pillars of KCM Church. It is a big blow to Pastor Abel. 4 months later, Pastor Agu comes back home very hungry. His phone rings and it's Pastor Abel who has stopped calling him for a very, very long time now. Hello, Pastor Agu answers. I'm very hungry. I'll come after eating, after listening for some seconds. He says, okay, turns from his doorposts and moves straight to Pastor Abel's house. People gathered, but no one's countenance is warm. Pastor Agu keeps wondering as he passes across them. What is happening? Before him lies the daughter of Pastor Abel, very sick and about to die. Pastor Agu, if you know what you can do to call back my daughter, do it because I can't lose her. Pastor Abel said they have spent so much money and was discharged from the hospital with no hope of survival. I guess you won't understand me. I'm very hungry, Pastor Agu complained. Pastor Abel shouted, summons the wife to get food for him. Oh, no. I don't mean you should trouble yourself about that. I mean, I want to go home and eat before I fall down here and die and join the person who already died. Pastor Agu talking to Pastor Abel and his wife. Both of them paused with shock. You mean my daughter has passed on? No way, the wife cries out. Pastor Agu walks out. Meanwhile, the young girl is still making moves. Pastor Abel runs after Pastor Agu, dragged him to a nearby restaurant, ordered food for him. After eating, they came back to where the young girl lies. Amaka, Pastor Agu calls. Yes, Amaka answers. Stand up, Pastor Agu asks as she rises slowly and sits. Have you eaten? Pastor Agu asks. No, she answers. Pastor Agu asks the parent to give her food. Meanwhile, according to her parents, she has not been sitting, talking, and for some days, she has not been eating anything. They brought the food. Who are you? Pastor Abel asks. Pastor Agu, watching the girl eat, replies, I am a nobody, but an ordinary man like you, called as you are called. It's just that I failed to listen to nobody but the one that called me. Immediately, he turns. Can I take my leave, please? He walks away. Share your thoughts about this story.
You are God all by yourself.
Please, if you like our job, kindly hit the like button, share and subscribe for more. If you have a story you want us to cap, do let us know.